All right, so this is lesson 9.
Oh, there, bring that up.
Here we go. All right. So, do we want to start with, does anybody have any specific questions on this section?
Are we on 9?
Yeah, we're on 9.
Yeah, I didn't have time after all the other homework.
Yeah, because lesson 8 was just a review for the exam.
Let's see, where am I? Context. Go to 9.
All right. Hold on. Let me go back to the question real quick. Which one?
Okay. So for me, I had a question. Well, I was having trouble understanding the type 1 and type 2 errors.
Oh, okay. I can probably help with that. I felt like I got it. So what is it you did? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what is it you didn't get exactly with the type 1, type 2
With
errors?
the error? Yeah. So I was reading through it, and it says how, like, whenever we reject a true null hypothesis, it's a type 1 error. So how do we know it's a true null hypothesis? Maybe that's where the real question is.
Okay, so you want to know, like, you want to know if it's actually true.
Mhm.
Okay. I think it ties into the whole, like the little formula thing above it, where it has, null hypothesis with the mean is equal to, or like equal to the mean, of the null hypothesis, or less than, greater than, or not equal to. So I think basically when you're working out your problem, if like the number comes out different than the mean of the null hypothesis, and that's when you're going to either reject it or not.
Okay.
Does that help at all?
I think so. I think maybe just working through problems a little bit more will help in understanding when like what the types of error are. I feel like application just helps a lot more.
Hmm.
Um, let's see. So do we want to go over part 2 then of the prep assignment? Do we want to go through and do that together? Maybe
Yeah.
we'll
Let's
have a
do-
clear understanding.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
You said part 2?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I got it out. So, is the TA supposed to be meeting with us? 'Cause if I understand correctly, I'm looking at the
Sorry, can you say that again?
Is the TA supposed to be meeting with us? Because I thought like the schedule had everyone meeting at different times.
I do not know. All right. All right. So you guys ready to go over question 1 then in part 2?
On the preparation assignment?
Mm-hmm. All right.
All right. 2. Hmm.
All right. So for
And
number 1,
on number 1, I don't know how they came up with it. How you solve that with just the 521.
so we're just trying to find, so for part A, we're only trying to find the null and alternative hypothesis.
Okay.
So it's telling us that the mean score is 529. And then it's telling us that the professor feels that the score has been improved within the last couple of years. So then the null hypothesis, what I found was that the mean is equal to 529. And then the alternative hypothesis I found was that the mean is greater than 529.
Oh, because the score improved. Okay,
Because that's what he's trying to prove,
right.
is that the mean has increased.
Okay.
And then part B would be a type 1 error.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to go back and look at the videos because I'm not sure what a type 1 or 2 is.
Hold on, let me pull
Let me go back and read.
So, like you don't understand. Um, you reject. That's a type point where null hypothesis is false, which is also so. For example, let's say your null hypothesis. So it's mean equals 529. And because you rejected it.
Nelson, your voice is breaking up, at least on my end.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess I'm just too far from my phone to make sense. Okay, so Gina, type 1 error is when your null hypothesis is true, but you make the mistake of rejecting it.
Okay.
So, for example, let's say your null hypothesis is mu equals 529, okay, and your result is not that number, but you reject that, okay. So you made the mistake, which is a type 1 error. Now let's say your null hypothesis is false, okay. So your null hypothesis that you had formulated comes out incorrect. Okay, let's say that it's greater than, less than, or not equal to, for example, the number 529 that you have planned for your null hypothesis. Okay, let's say that it's less than, greater to, or not equal to that. So, and if you fail to reject that null hypothesis, then the mistake you are making is a type 2 error.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when your null hypothesis is wrong and you don't reject it, that's a type 2 error.
All right.
Yeah. Because, like, for part B, for this question, it's saying that you received evidence that the null hypothesis should be rejected, but it's saying in reality the mean score is still 529, so you have false information. So it would be a type 1.
So does that help, Gina? We can explain more.
Right. Plus, I'm reading it too, so.
Okay.
Where'd you get that? The apple.
All right. And then for C, I got a 1% chance of committing a type 1 error.
Yeah. This isn't alpha. I read it in the note. Not a brain fart. I read about alpha notes, the alpha symbol. That's supposed to be representative of your chances of creating an error, right?
Mhm.
Okay,
Yeah.
so 1%.
Okay. I see that. Okay. Yeah, well, she lives in Florida, he lives in Idaho, well, from all over.
It's all of them.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah.
And then,
So it would be increase, right? Increase of type 2.
yeah. And then,
Um,
then so,
so let's say like the global significance decrease. Are you still gonna reject your null hypothesis? No, you're not. Never mind. Right? Is well, would you still reject it?
sorry, can you say that again? You're breaking up a little bit.
Um, okay. All right. So I said we wanted to decrease the probability of. I don't know. Can you explain that part? I just don't know if I'm reading right.
Okay. So, yeah. So it is asking, so if we want to decrease the probability of making a type 2 error, do we need to increase or decrease the level of significance? And so I found it in the book. Let me see if I can. Because I wasn't 100% understanding that section either. I found something where it explained it.
Are we still on D?
Yeah. How did you find out that it needed to increase to?
I was just reading the type 1, type 2 errors on the book. So I just assumed it was a type 1. I really don't know.
Okay, let me see if I can look it up and find it. A good explanation. Okay, here is what I have found. So basically, with finding the significance, so it said the higher the significance level, the higher the power of the test. So if you increase your significance level, um, you reduce less likely possibilities of false null hypothesis.
Okay.
So yeah, so it says you're more likely to accept you're less likely to accept a null hypothesis if it's false. If that made any sense.
Yeah. You're more likely to reject a null hypothesis. Okay.
Yeah. So it's just reducing the probability of accepting a false null hypothesis. So that's why it has to increase. Okay. Let's move down to number 2. All right. So it says, I found the population that the realtor's going to obtain this data is from his own clients that are that are second home buyers. Oh wait, no. So the population would be second home buyers, and then his sample would be from his clients.
Yeah.
And then his research question would be something along the lines of asking what the average age of second home buyers would be, and if it's different than the national average.
Okay.
So I'm going to have to go back completely and go over all the videos because I'm really lost.
And for collecting the data, one of the ways that he could have collected a sample is to send a survey out to those who bought a second home, or what is it called? The type of sampling where you pick like every nth person out of a population.
Random?
No, it's not random. Is it stratified?
Oh, okay.
What is it called? It's a different type of sampling.
It's not cluster.
It might be a mistake. No, my mind can't think of the words.
Well, would it be some type of
Sorry, what'd you say?
Wouldn't it be some type of stratified sampling?
That's what I was thinking.
Because it's not clustered. He's not going to different areas like of different area. It says just in his area, one area. It's not simple random sampling. around it.
Yeah.
He's selecting clients.
Mhm. Okay, and then
What did you say it was? Because it says that random sampling, simple random sampling, when you select a group of subjects from a large group, that wouldn't be it?
I think stratified sampling breaks it down a little bit more into subgroups.
Mm-hmm.
I think his thought behind that. This. I'm just inputting my data.
Oh, are you on B?
Yeah, I'm working on B. I was just putting in my data for it. So for describing the data, I found the mean age to be about 47. And then the minimum age is 27, first quartile 42, median 8. The median age is 49. Maximum is 58. And made a little histogram.
How do you find the third quartile?
So third quartile, so I used the quantitative descriptive statistics spreadsheet that we have. And so I plugged in the ages that were given to us at the beginning of the section, and I just plugged it in there.
Okay, I totally forgot about that. Alright.
Oh. All right. And then for and for D, for making an inference. So to check the requirements, what do we need? We need to do. I got that we need to make a QQ plot to check to see if it's normal. Okay, and then for this, I found the null hypothesis at mu equals 47, and the alternative is that mu does not equal 47.
And then I read somewhere in the book that the levels need to be typically 0.05.
Say that again?
I read somewhere in the book levels are supposed to be 0.05. So that's pretty standard.
Mm-hmm.
Over.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then you have to find the z-score.
Okay. So then with part 4, we're just taking the information from the box, right? So we're taking the mean 46.733, standard deviation 8.827 or 83.
Mm-hmm.
And then what is x bar? X bar of the 47 from the
Yeah.
and then the n squared.
It's going to be 15, because that's the sample size.
Yeah, okay.
And then I got...
Isn't this, we've used this formula before, haven't we?
Yeah. This is the formula we have been using for the last couple sections.
That's what I was thinking it was. Okay. All right. So it should come out to 0.209, right?
Yeah. And then we have to find the p-value, and so then you just plug it into the applet, the z-score in the area.
That's only finding the right?
Sorry?
that's yeah, that's your z-score. You plug it in, and then
Mhm.
the area. You're
Is your
comparing. Oh, sorry. You're comparing that to your level of significance. Yeah.
mhm.
All right.
Yeah. So the p-value is going to be the area that the applet gives us when we plug in the z-score, and then we compare them to decide if we reject or fail to reject the null.
Okay. So that number is greater than 0.05.
Yeah.
And you were saying before that when we feel like in order to avoid rejecting the null hypothesis, you need to you increase the level of significance, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay. So since that's greater than 0.05, then the null hypothesis is correct.
So we fail to reject the null hypothesis. So basically, the null hypothesis is correct according to the information that we have.
Okay. All right. Cool. So as long as that level of significance is greater than like 0.05 in this case, then
Mhm.
then null hypothesis is fine. We don't reject
Yeah. So
it.
we fail to reject it.
Cool. Alrighty. I get it. Alright.
And so that kind of answers part 7. Basically, there wasn't evidence to say that the average age of a second home buyer is different than the national average.
Okay.
Um,
But
and then for action, we suggest anything, it's just to keep targeting the same population that the national average suggests.
Okay. The middle-aged population.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The second home buyer. Alright. Alright. Cool.
Yeah. Anybody have any other questions?
I think I just need to go back and read up on everything. Unless I do all that, I'm not with you guys.
Okay.
I'm just kind of lost unless I go over all the homework videos and read everything.
Maybe you can try contacting the TA as well and see if you can get some help from her too. Um, if you're still struggling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm trying to read it, but like I said, when I read stuff, it doesn't make sense. I have to watch the videos.
Yeah, I understand. I'm more of a visual learner than I am one who reads.